I told you that Prince Harry's entire world is unraveling his royal titles, his finances, even his family ties? This isn't just gossip. It's a crisis playing out in real time, and it could end with Harry losing everything that once defined him. Imagine this king, Charles, his own father, endorsing Parliament's move to strip him of his titles. No more Duke of Sussex. Just Harry. And if that weren't enough, tax authorities have slammed him with an $800 zero bill, demanding payment in only 72 hours. 3 days to pay or face the fallout. This is more than drama. It's a Shakespearean tragedy, with a father choosing the crown over blood and a son discovering that independence comes with a crushing price tag. Welcome back to the channel, where we cut through the noise and dive straight into the raw truth behind the headlines. In today's video, we'll break down how Harry's collapse unfolded, why Meghan's silence is raising eyebrows, and what this means for the monarchy's future. Stay with me, you're not going to want to miss this. For years, Prince Harry was celebrated as the modern royal, the soldier prince, the rebel with purpose, the man who challenged tradition with Meghan by his side. Their departure from royal life in 2020 was painted as bold, even visionary. They told their truth to Oprah, signed record-breaking deals with Netflix and Spotify, and launched Archewell as a symbol of social progress. But that honeymoon didn't last. The Spotify deal collapsed. Netflix grew distant. Archewell faced questions about transparency. And in Britain, patience ran out. Public opinion shifted, seeing Harry not as a reformer, but as a hypocrite, someone who condemned the monarchy while cashing in on its brand. Now the tension has exploded into the open. Parliament is moving to strip his royal titles, with King Charles signaling his support. At the same time, the UK's tax authorities have delivered an $800 zero demand, with a shocking 72-hour deadline. This isn't just about money or status, it's about identity accountability and the monarchy drawing a hard line. Harry's once sympathetic story is now being recast as a cautionary tale. Do you think stripping Harry's titles is fair, or is it punishment taken too far? Here's the heart of the scandal. Parliament has gone beyond whispers and debates. They're actively pushing legislation to strip Harry of the very titles that shaped his identity, titles that gave weight to every speech, every documentary, every contract signed in Hollywood. Without Duke of Sussex, Harry becomes just another celebrity fighting for relevance in a crowded California spotlight. And let's be honest, his star power has already been fading. King Charles's response makes this moment even more brutal. By endorsing the move, he isn't just remaining neutral, he's sending a message that the monarchy comes before blood. A father siding with Parliament against his own son. It's Shakespeare brought to life. Then comes the financial hammer. An $800 zero tax bill, payable in 72 hours. 3 days. No grace period, no royal courtesy. It's not just a demand, it's a statement. The establishment is telling Harry, you're not special anymore. You play by the same rules as everyone else? That's a staggering shift for someone who once represented Britain on the global stage, flying helicopters in Afghanistan and standing alongside generals. But the financial collapse goes deeper. Archewell, the Sussex Foundation, is under scrutiny. Whispers of vague expenses and unclear Netflix revenues threaten to ignite a legal scandal. Hollywood executives, once eager to align with the Sussex brand, now describe it as radioactive. Netflix is silent. Spotify has already walked away. Even Meghan, once the vocal partner, has chosen conspicuous silence. No statements, no Instagram posts, no quiet PR leaks. For a woman who built her identity on public narrative, this silence feels less like loyalty and more like survival. Meanwhile, social media is merciless. Hashtags like #NotDuke and SussexCam dominate feeds, reducing Harry's crisis to global mockery. Imps have echoed this sentiment, with one bluntly declaring that anyone who ridicules the monarchy while profiting from it deserves consequences proportionate to the insult. That's not just rhetoric, it's the crystallization of how the public now views him. Harry's fall is more than financial or reputational. It's existential. Every contract, every handshake, every donation was tethered to the power of his title. With Parliament ready to revoke it, and tax authorities circling that double life profiting from royalty while scorning it has finally collapsed. But this is only the beginning, because the real danger isn't just money or titles, it's what happens when the investigations dig deeper. Let's break this down. Harry's collapse isn't happening in isolation. It's the direct result of choices made over the past 4 years. By stepping away from royal duty, yet continuing to leverage his royal brand, he created a contradiction that could only hold for so long. That tension has now snapped, and the consequences are coming from every angle. First, the cause and effect. Harry wanted independence, but independence meant losing the shield of royal privilege. No more automatic respect, no more institutional safety net. Without the monarchy's umbrella, every financial decision is scrutinized. Every contract must stand on its own. The tax bill isn't just a demand, it's the system reminding him that freedom comes with accountability. Next, the impact on different groups. For the monarchy, stripping Harry's titles restores credibility. By refusing to shield him, King Charles is drawing a firm boundary. Defectors don't get special treatment. For Parliament, it's about principle. Why should someone profit from the monarchy while ridiculing it for Hollywood? It's about risk management. Studios and streaming platforms thrive on stability, not scandal. Associating with Harry now means inheriting his volatility. And for Meghan, the calculation is personal. Her silence suggests she's protecting her own brand, even if it means leaving Harry to weather the storm alone. The economic implications are staggering. Without the Duke of Sussex, brand Harry's marketability nosedives. Speaking fees, book deals, and media contracts shrink dramatically. Even worse, if Archewell faces legal scrutiny, donors will vanish, fearing guilt by association. A financial spiral becomes inevitable. Staff estate security, all of it suddenly unsustainable. The social consequences are equally sharp. Harry, once a symbol of resilience and modernity, now looks to the public like an opportunist. Polls already show overwhelming support for removing his titles. Social media amplifies that sentiment, turning him into a punchline rather than a prince. And politically, the ramifications are profound. By backing Parliament, King Charles signals that the monarchy values its institution above personal ties. Prince William's silence reinforces the message. This isn't just family drama, it's constitutional clarity. The monarchy survives by projecting stability, and Harry's collapse is being used to prove that point. But here's the bigger question: has Harry's exile become permanent, and what does that mean for the monarchy's future? History tells us this isn't the first royal exile, but it may be the most public. Think of King Edward VI, who abdicated for love in 1936 and lived the rest of his life as a diminished figure abroad. That parallel now hangs heavily over Harry, who sought freedom, but may instead face isolation and irrelevance. Globally, the story resonates because it's about more than just the Windsors. It's about power accountability and what happens when privilege collides with modern scrutiny. In the U. Harry and Meghan once symbolized glamour and rebellion. Now they risk being seen as cautionary tales of overreach. Regionally, Britain views this as a matter of principle, an institution protecting its dignity. In Hollywood, it's seen as a branding catastrophe. And culturally, it taps into a universal theme: the fall of a golden child who believed fame would protect him. What began as a love story of independence is turning into a modern-day tragedy of exile, betrayal, and survival. Prince Harry's downfall is no longer speculation, it's unfolding before our eyes. The son once celebrated as the people's prince now stands on the brink of losing his titles, his financial stability, and perhaps even his reputation for good. Parliament's move to strip him of his royal identity, the crushing $800 zero tax bill, and Meghan's conspicuous silence all combine into a perfect storm. What does this mean? It means Harry is facing the price of independence without the safety net of tradition. The monarchy has chosen consistency over compassion, and Hollywood has little patience for instability. For the first time, Harry must truly stand alone. But here's the question, can he rebuild from this collapse, or is this the end of the Sussex brand? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think stripping Harry's titles is justified, or is it punishment taken too far? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss these deep dives. And stay tuned, our next video will explore how Meghan's silence might be the most strategic move of her career. Thousands are already debating this online. Join the conversation now.